Okay, so I'm going to share a Google Doc file with you. All right. People get confused with this. You're just going to get access to a file. It'll automatically come up in your Google Doc area. You'll just get access then to all these files. You don't need to change these files. You don't need to download them. You don't need to do anything. Okay. You'll get a message from me saying, here's your Google Doc file that's been shared with you. And then you'll have access to all of this on Google's beautiful service or servers. Okay. But don't download these or think you have to make the changes. Don't do anything with these. Okay. I'll show you exactly what you need to change and what you don't need to change. You're going to start off here, okay? And it's going to be straight into the video library, which is going to be a Google Doc sheet. You're going to watch this video, the one that you're watching right now, how it all works. And then in your spare time, you're going to go through these videos. I wouldn't recommend going through them straight away, but you go through these in your spare time. You just click on it and then it'll bring you to the the YouTube URL. All right. Go through these in your spare time. There's a lot of things here, really good information that you'll need to learn. These are my methods. These are, what I consider to be important when it comes to losing weight, larger nutrition, lifestyle factors, and then obviously some training. Okay. Everything that you need to know is in there. Now, the most important things are these here. These are the most important things. But this here, coaching log, this is your baby. This is your bread and butter. That won't be there. I'm sorry. Get rid of that because you'll see this in the video. So when you open this up, right, the Google Sheet is going to be empty. Now, I would recommend doing this in a laptop just to get started to make your life easy. And if you can access this in a laptop, great. If not, just use a phone or whatever, but it's going to be a little bit harder. So you start off with your name, right? Don't worry about the chest, waist, hips. If you want to do that, great. Start tracking it, but you don't really need to. It's totally up to you. You start off with your name. You just write in when your name is, your age. Then you're going to put in your weight to kilos. So you'll probably need to convert it. Just use Google. You'll be absolutely fine. Whatever your height is, if you don't know it, find it out or roughly guess it. Male, female, you just put in M or F. You don't have to put in, spell it all out. And an average step count. Be careful with your average step count. Don't just be, oh yeah, I do 10,000 a day when you only do 5, because this is going to add on an extra 3,000 to 4,000 steps on top of that. We don't want to be in a situation where you're in an unrealistic step count amount. So for me, okay, on average, I do 10,000 steps. Now, when you've hit this information, you've entered this, right? All you need to do is write it in and maybe hit enter in your key. That's it. Or just write it in, go to the next box. You're going to have you're going to have your information here, and then you're going to go down, and this is going to be week 1, as you can see here, week 2, week 3, and you're going to see your daily calories, which are the most important things. I cannot stress this enough. Do not go near your refeed calories. I must repeat, you do not need to go near. I'll probably put that in black. Okay. All I want you to worry about is your daily calories. Forget about your refeeds. I will give you refeeds. I'll let you know on a need to know basis in your login sheet, right? But whatever your daily calories are here, that's what you're sticking. That's your daily target. And then you have your protein target. Anything in green, that's highlighted in green, is information I need on a week-to-week basis. Protein intake, okay? Your calorie intake per day, your weight daily, and we also want to know the amount of steps that you're doing. This is all key information that if I need to make adjustments, I will. Anything that's in amber or yellow, I'm not too concerned. It's totally up to you if you want to do it, okay? But anything else in green, I need to know. Did you feel, look better? Just yes, no, maybe. Not too sure. I don't know, whatever you put in. How many times did you eat out? 4, 5, 2, 1, whatever it is, drank. And then you need to give me a rating of your hunger cues, okay? 1 would be you don't feel any hunger at all. 7 would be you're absolutely starving and you're struggling to get from one meal to the next. All right. Then you're going to give me some feedback here. All right. This is like your comment section. This is where you get the best out of me. All right. You give me 3 things that that you feel like went really well. Just give me 3 bullet points, right? Oh, I was able to go to the gym 3 times this week. I found it easy to track all my calories. I also did a 4K walk on a Sunday when I was hungover or something like that. I don't know. Then you want to give me a nice little paragraph of what you struggle with. What are your struggles? Okay. And I'll probably put something in as an example, but it might be like, I struggled to hit my calories. More specifically, I found that when I got towards the end of each evening, I was going way over my calories and I was overindulging on foods, and I really struggled with my hunger and cravings. Cool. I know exactly what to do. I know what time, I know when you're struggling, what time of the day it is. I know that you're going over your calories. And then what I can do is I can have a look at your calorie intake and say, cool, maybe we need to look at certain food groups that evening. Or it might be like, I struggle with food cravings after work. I come home and all I can do is feel like he's eating, junk food. All right, cool. Let's prime the environment, make sure the junk food's not there, but have something else in place like a food or ready-made meal on the go. So then that way we don't have to be thinking, right, where's the quickest option? Things like that. It is your opportunity to get as much as you can out of me. I just want a nice paragraph of what you're really struggling with. I don't want an essay. I just can't. There's only so much I can do in terms of feedback and get very specific. I want to know what the biggest struggle is that week, but I also want 3 bullet points of what you're doing really well. And then I will go into depth about how you rectify that every week. Check-ins will always be on a Monday. You need to have check-ins completed on a Sunday. You're going to sit down on a Sunday or a Saturday and you're going to fill in all this. All you do is pull up your food tracking app. You get these numbers, and then you give me your weight every day. You track that using Happy Scales or something like that. You give me your step count every day. And then you give me these, and then you give me the comments. It's as simple as that. Okay. Very straightforward. I'll go through this all again as well, but very straightforward. This is your baby. That's what we're going to be using. You're going to learn a lot. It is a little bit annoying in terms of data, but you're going to learn a lot. You want to learn about nutrition. You want to understand foods. Learn how to track calories. As simple as that. You don't have to do it forever. We just want you to get a good understanding of it. Okay. What else do we have? You have your nutrition guidance, your food shopping list, recipe books, meal guidance, and then how to use MyFitnessPal. I use MyFitnessPal. I'm not saying you have to, but I would recommend it, especially because it's one of the apps I use quite well. I know it very well. I know it in depth. You have your progress pictures. I want you to take progress pictures every week. Very simple. You just wear your gym gear, and what you're going to do is use light front facing. Don't stand behind a window and then have the camera. I can't see you. You're going to create a shadow. Make sure that you're standing in front of a window or there's a light in front of you. You put your phone on timer and you take a picture of the front, side, and back. You just wear your gym gear, clothes that you're comfortable in. I just want to see the tummy, the sides, the hips, and the back. Sometimes the scales doesn't tell us everything. All right. Sometimes the scale's not moving, but I can clearly visually see that the body fat percentage is coming down. And you upload that every week on a Friday or Saturday. I will remind you with an email. All right. It is crucial because what we want to do is obviously get towards the end and see a nice before and after. Now, if you're not comfortable doing that, I totally understand, right? But it would be a goddamn shame for you to get to the end of the program, lose all that weight, and not have those images to show it. And you do not need to worry. I don't randomly just post stuff on my Instagram or my social medias unless I have consent of the person and they're okay with me doing that. If you want to cover out your face or crop it out, I'll do that. There's no problem. But don't think, oh my God, I'm going to take pictures of myself and this guy's going to share it with the whole world. That's not how this works. I don't do that. I have respect for people. And I know it's a subject that not everyone is comfortable with. And I get it. I understand. So don't be worried about that. But I would strongly recommend it. It will give you that accountability, knowing every week that you're standing in front of a camera, you want to take a picture, you want to see the visuals. And after a couple of weeks, when you start to see the visual change, it is very empowering to push forward and move forward. Whew. That is everything in this space. I will go over this time and time again, but that is everything in this space. Okay. As I remember, I can't stress this enough. Anything that's in green needs to be filled in. Okay. You can just fill it in once a week towards the end of the week. You can put in your weight daily, or you can just download another app like Happy Scales and then transfer the data across. I'll go into more details. We'll go through everything on a Monday night, but that is your baby here. You need to go through this, and then you also need to go into here, and you need to look at these videos and explain how everything works. There's also a little section on how the plans work. All the plans are interactive, so they're PDF interactive. If we just go into like a gym, okay, just generic, you pick what you like. It doesn't matter, whatever you're used to. If you scroll down, it will show you the exercise sets, reps, rest periods, and then if you click on the link, it'll show you a video demonstration of what you need to use in order to succeed at that exercise. And that is for now. If you need anything else, you let me know.